We're in a different filming location today, but I just feel the urge and the need to share with you a quick little message. And the message is that everything in your life that you yearn for and you desire and you seek externally outside of yourself is already within you. And you might be like, I don't know about that, but I promise it is. It might be a seedling, below the surface, and it might be sprouted a little bit, and it might be like fully grown, depending on what it is. But absolutely everything that you seek outside of yourself is already within you. The care that you yearn for from another person, the intentional, nurturing love that you want to feel, the gratification, the praise and the recognition. Like, bitch, you recognize yourself. Like, you're capable. I know you know this. Like, you are capable. You know this. You have the skills. And if you don't have this specific top layer skill, you have the foundational skills to build them, to build off of and to develop. That is what I'm saying. So it might not be exactly what it is on the surface, but the message here that I feel strongly a need to share is that everything you are seeking outside of yourself is already within. And I hope that you can find some sort of comfort in this, because if you think about specific examples, let's say you think about 3 unique examples for your life. On the surface, it might not seem like it, but if you go down to the root, it's there. It is, I promise. Everything we do in life comes from either a place of fear or from a place of love. And this is something I've heard people say before. Many years back, I started pondering this idea. And I was like, is that really true? Is everything we do coming from a place of fear or love? I don't know. Sometimes it's coming from a place of jealousy. Sometimes it's coming from a place of hurt. Sometimes it's coming from a place of trying to prove someone else wrong, or trying to prove our worth, or from admiration, from appreciation. From attraction, all these things. And it's each time I would kind of go through and analyze this individually. You might want to try this yourself if you have, questions about it. But each time I would kind of evaluate this within myself and others. I would try to go down, be like, okay, what's below this? Okay. And what is below that? And what is below that? And can that be associated with either fear or love? And every single time I did this, I got to a root of fear or love. So that might be something you want to ponder. That might be something that someone needs to hear. I don't know. But I feel like it has been weighing heavy on my heart, because I think a lot of us are living out of balance in terms of our balance of, where our primary motivation is, fear or love. Which one drives us in our everyday life? Which one drives us in our family life? Which one drives us in our careers? What place are we coming from, really? And as we go through life, I think it is an honorable, respectable mission to try to be more motivated to come from a place of love. And it's kind of it makes me think of the whole hippy dippy movement and the 70s and some of the music and the culture back then being, everything's about peace, love, and happiness, and everyone coming together and just loving each other, could fix all these problems. And I think our logical, earthly, 3D, cynical brains can be we need more than love. You know what I mean? We need action. We need community. We need resources. We need, intelligence and all these things. And it's yes, but those things can be boiled down to the place of motivation being fear or love. And so those things, you know, so many things are necessary, and like this is a very nuanced thing, and it's kind of like oversimplified, but I'm just trying to keep it quick here. I think you get what I'm saying. But I think that if every single one of us tried to approach situations where we might feel a little bit emotionally triggered or a little bit defensive, or like protective in a way too, because sometimes our fear is a protection measure for our ego, because our ego can be fragile in, you know, vulnerable or risky situations. That's where growth happens though. That's where breakthroughs happen. And if everyone tried to just operate from love, even if it was just one area of their life or 1% better each day, not any dramatic crazy thing, but over time that compounds. Your thoughts, you know, you will start to recognize things and be like, okay, is it helpful to do this? You know, what am I doing? What am I holding myself back from, right? Am I doing this out of a place of love or out of a place of like just being afraid and letting that rule my life? Is my life based on being afraid of certain things and avoiding certain things, or am I living from a place of like love and creation and trying to add? I feel like in a way, fear kind of takes and love gives. And that's interesting. I haven't thought about this before. I'm kind of thinking out loud here, but I think that fear takes away experiences, right? Let's say you have the urge to enter in this like talent show or something like that, and you want to do it, you know, in your heart you want to do it, but you're like, I might mess up, like I have stage fright, I don't know if I can do well, like there's a lot of people, like the risks are just too high if I put myself out there. And that's from a place of fear, and that, you know, if you are motivated from that, that might take away that experience for yourself. But if you come from a place of love and you're like, man, like I got this is going to be an enriching experience, I'm going to grow from it, you know, some things might go wrong, but like that's okay, I'll learn from them, and I could, you know, and I could develop more confidence through it, and like this whole thing, like that's adding to you, that's adding to your life. And so I just want to share that I believe we can all operate from more of a place of love, and I think that the world would be a little bit better of a place if we all put more effort into doing it, and we are all so capable of doing this. I literally love you. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Okay, love you, bye.